Okay, I'm Jordan Lawson, and this is my coat of arms presentation video. Um, Here is my initial design for the coat of arms. I really wanted my coat of arms to have a lot of silver in it, a lot of argent in it, and I wanted it to have a big design on it too. So my first idea was to do it sort of half and half. And I did it very simply in Microsoft Paint, just because that's all I had at the time. But I wasn't very satisfied with this design, so eventually I switched it over to this design. I still wanted to keep the general shield shape to it, but I definitely thought the layout needed a lot of work because the half and half design that I was working with looked very not great to me. And then on the original, I had these charges right here, these images on it, and they were supposed to represent like spirits or some strange type of fire. And I definitely wanted to keep that in my design going forward, so I added them here. And now it looks like more of them are sort of coming together. So I like that. I like that design a lot more. Also, I added a gradient on this one. Originally, oops, that's not the one I need. Originally, I just did different shades of colors to try and represent lighting, but that wasn't very efficient, so I went for gradients across the whole image. So I like the way this one looks a lot. But I did have some trouble getting it to work just right. I ended up with the transparency not being correct, which gave it a lot more of a darker look to it. And I do like this a lot, but I'm not sure how you would represent sort of a dark metal, because when I was looking up the different things we can use for the normal coat of arms, normally we have the black color or we have the silver metal, and there's not really anything you can do to combine those two. So I decided just to try and make it more silvery. So I definitely like the look of that a lot. Going forward, if I wanted to change anything, I might try and make the actual layout a little nicer. We have like these straight lines here that come to a point, and I'm not sure if I really like that too much. I might try and smooth that out a little bit. Maybe have the actual silver part of it wrap around the shield a little more. Might add more little spirits that are sort of coming together to form a whole. We can also sort of think of them as like different ideas trying to come together to form one cohesive thing. I really like that idea. Color-wise, I wanted the argent because it's very bright and shiny, and it sort of instills a lot of hope. I think it looks very nice, very pleasant to look at. And the blue is just, it is a favorite color of mine, and I think it offsets really well with the white. And I know I wanted my charges to try and be white to try and match the argent sides. So that was definitely a priority of mine. Another thing that I was trying to keep in mind, I don't have a good example of it right now, but a lot of times you can't use colors when you're doing your coat of arms. They're just not available to you like in print or something. So when that happens, you normally use some kind of hatching, and I wanted my hatching to look good on my coat of arms. And I think it would look pretty distinct from the faces just because they have such a defined shape. But it's definitely something I need to work on a little more, and I actually might make my charges be a little more well defined, because at the moment they're kind of very general. They just sort of look like little tiny little ghosts or something. So that's my general coat of arms at the moment as it is now. Please leave any comments and tell me what you like about it and what you might change. And if you have any tricks for putting one of these images together, please let me know, because I'm very much an amateur when it comes to graphic design. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.